This is the Borderline Club in London, where American band Tom Tom Club are preparing for the first of their 6 London shows.
Well, there's 2 ways to do a live performance. One is to more or less play to tapes and to recreate your record exactly, so that when people in the audience sit down, they hear the record again. But our attitude has always been that if that's what they want, then they can just stay home and listen to the record. So what we do is essentially more raw and less polished in sound, but in performance it's oftentimes more dynamic and gets to a higher level than a record does. Sometimes a record, you know, is great, but sometimes a live performance is even better than a good record. And we like to think that's the case with us.
Low, check, 1.
Obviously, you can't recreate the record even if you wanted to with a 4-piece, because many more things were put on than could be played by 4 people. So we figure out the arrangement of the music for the 4 of us to play, and we rehearsed that for about 3 weeks.
Hey, Gary, keyboards? Play keyboards? Yeah, on the bass synthesizer?
Well, when we're sound checking, what we usually try and do is do the drums first and sort of get, like, that's sort of the foundation. That's sort of the beat of the music. That's our foundation. And if we can go through and get the drums the way we like them, then we try and do the bass and have the bass and drums sort of work together. And then next can come either the keyboards or the guitar, and that's sort of like not so much icing on the cake, but as the bass and drums or the bottom, the guitars might be the groove and the keyboard is the sound on top. And if we can sort of build it up from the bottom like that, then usually the sound is good on, you know, when we play live.
Good. Great. On your vocal. How do you play This Is a Man's World?
This is a man's world?
Yeah.
This is high voice, you want to play a man's world?
Yeah.
I have to go.
More like this, and then I can do this stuff.
On stage, we all have separate monitors in front of us that have a completely individual mix from the house. You have a board out in the house that mixes the house, and then we have a monitor mixer, Rory, who will give us whatever we need in each one of our wedges, we call them. If you're standing close to your own instrument amplifier, it tends to mask the other instruments. Like, I won't be able to hear Gary so well. He's all the way on the other side of the stage. So I might ask to have a little bit of Gary in there so I can actually interact with what he's playing. And same thing with the other vocalists, so we can get our harmonies right, that kind of thing.
The next step is to check it live. And that's in the sound check. And we do that every place where we play, because every room has a different sound. And the acoustics change. Obviously, they change again once people come in, but we know how to compensate for that. We get a good balance between ourselves to make it exciting for ourselves. But that is sometimes, it's too weak to get across the whole room, especially as you get larger and larger places to play.
That's it. You can do a song now.
Once the sound check's done, all that's missing is the audience.
Hey, Tom Tom Club is in the house. Thank you. Thank you all for coming to see us.